Alright, so welcome to this video. And yeah, so right now, as of the time of recording of this video, it is September, so it is like around my birthday. But right now, as you're seeing this video, when it's on my upload schedule, it is October. Green Day has already woken up, and yeah, here they are. Here it is. So these are all of my birthday presents, including those that I got from Thailand. It's because the thing is that on my birthday, if you already remember from my 5 Nights at Thailand videos, I've been to Thailand. So yeah, so you got all of these things that I got here in Singapore, and also the ones I got from Thailand. So yeah, can't wait to unbox them all, honestly. So yeah, with that being said, let's start unboxing these, and yeah, let's begin. But before we get into the meat and potatoes, let's take a look at the honorable mentions here. So of course you got all these Godzilla figures. So these are all my Godzilla figures that I got from my birthday, and yeah, I really got like 4 Godzilla figures. So yeah, so let's start off from left to right. So here we have the Heisei Godzilla. Of course, this is from specifically this one is from the Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, the Heisei era. So yeah, it's a really nice Godzilla. So yeah, I decided to pick this up because I think the Heisei Godzilla is actually really nice. Here, of course, the arms likes rotate, the tail couldn't, just no head articulation. And yeah, this figure also it has a repaint that is the Burning Godzilla, in which you've already noticed from my finds in Thailand, in which I found that Burning Godzilla one, the new one, not the old one. So it's basically based on this design. So yeah. Now, Biollante. Oh, dude, I want to get Biollante because the thing is, Biollante is one of my most underrated kaijus. I mean, because if you're like not a Godzilla fan, or maybe you're like a casual Godzilla fan, like you're into Godzilla, I don't think you will be into Biollante. But eventually, I got into Biollante, and yeah, so here we go. So here's a Biollante. So the articulation here, head, and the arms, and that's pretty much it. So of course the base here is kind of flat because yeah. So yeah, Biollante. So you can see here the detail here. It's really nice detailing. You can see here from the inside of the mouth is really nice detail. Really nice detail. So yeah. So there you go. Here's a Biollante, and yeah, I'm glad that I got this up because I think this has got to be like one of the most underrated Godzilla kaijus. So yeah, it's really nice that I got Biollante here. So the next one, of course, is the Millennium Godzilla, or we call it Mirai Goji. So this is from the Godzilla 2000 movie. So you can see here. So yeah, this is Millennium Godzilla. This is the 2024 model, in case if anybody's wondering. So this is the old model because I if I can recall that in the Godzilla store in Osaka, you know, the one that is from like my Around Japan 7 Days vlog, there is a 2025 model, but this is the 2024 model. So it's like, I think the colors here is actually much more like darker than the 2025 model as far as I know of. But yeah. Here we go. Here's the Godzilla figure. So, of course, arms and the legs, you know, it's like the Heisei Godzilla. So, yeah. Really nice. I mean, the dorsal plates are really nice. I mean, it's the pinkish one. You know, like the one, you know, the one from the Godzilla Evolved one. So, it's like, yeah, so the Godzilla Evolved dorsal plate, and the colors actually is basically like a homage to the Godzilla 2000, so you can see the reference there. And last but certainly not least, Little Godzilla. And yeah, I got this one in Thailand, obviously. I removed the tag while I was on Thailand, so of course, yeah, it's really cute. It's really cute. And to be really honest, I don't know why, but I think this one reminds me of like you know the JobbytheHong channel, you know, the profile, you know, that channel mascot here, he kind of looks like, I mean, it's like green, and like I mean, it is, I mean, I didn't make a running joke on my 5 Nights at Thailand vlog where I put in the sound effect here. I'll just play you the sound effect right now. So yeah, yeah, so here you go. Here's little Godzilla. So yeah, it's really cute, and of course the fact that it pairs up with the I don't know how am I supposed to, yeah, it pairs up with the Heisei Godzilla. So yeah. So yeah, it's from this, and of course, how can I forget this little Godzilla? It will become Godzilla Junior in Godzilla versus Destoroyah. All right, and that is pretty much it for all of my Godzilla figures. Obviously, another quick honorable mention here because I've already unboxed this in my Fun Nights at Thailand vlog. But here we have the KO Dark and Moon Voyager Ironhide. So I've already talked about this in the vlog, so I'm not gonna say it again here, but just a quick view of Ironhide here. So yeah, of course you have the accessories plugged in. So yeah, but the thing is, after playing with it, but I can tell you this, but after playing with it a bit, I can see that the quality control is not great because I mean obviously it's a KO, you pay that price for it, so I mean it's very cheap, so, but the quality control's terrible. You can see here, so loose flap, and the transformation, because obviously I transformed this guy, I just it is very difficult to transform the KO one. I'm not really so sure about the official one, but I think the official one, there's no problem. But transforming the KO one is like, man, it's really challenging because of like these tolerances, like these loose tolerances, and like some panels can't even tab in. You know, like there's a lot of things wrong with this KO, but it's a KO, so like what do you expect? But yeah, of course. And the one thing I really don't like, you can see here, I'm not sure if you can see it, but yeah, there's a stress mark right there. So there are stress marks. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, unfortunately this figure has stress marks at some areas, so you gotta be careful when you want to transform this guy because this guy is not really fun to transform, especially the fact that all these like cheap tolerances, like they're cheap. Obviously they're made cheap, so yeah. So if you really want to, if you really want a movie Ironhide, I mean, if you want to get this figure, that's fine. It's not that expensive, but you gotta have to understand that this is a KO and you are going to deal with the terrible quality control. But if you really want to but I also point out on the Five Nights at Thailand vlog that there is a by-way KO Studio Series Ironhide. I didn't even buy that figure, but if I were to buy that figure, I would assume that the quality control will be much better, although not the best. At least it's better than this figure. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for the Dark Moon Voyager Ironhide, and let's get right into the main event, shall we? Alright, so let's start off from smallest to biggest, and of course you can see here, these things that I'm about to unbox are all from Thailand. So I think this is a really good segue to say that, yeah, welcome to the Five Nights at Thailand bonus feature. Yeah, so let's start off with these two CDs I got from the market on episode 2. So yeah, let's start off with my wish first. Okay. Alright, so let's just start opening these. So you've already noticed from my episode I've first talked about it, Angels Fall First. Oh, really easy to unbox. So let's see. So yeah, so these are all the band members, which is nice. Of course, you have the CD. Okay, so let's open this. Wait, hang on. Is that what I think it is? Oh, so this is not like the. Oh, so this is not the regular booklet. Actually, no. Let me back up my camera here so I can get room to operate. So this lyric booklet, this is not the traditional lyric booklet where like they have like these things here and then you just flip it, like like a traditional book. No, this one here over here, you just basically like fold it out. So you just like fold it out. Okay. And then you, oh, okay, it's right here. So the track is right here. Okay, that's something. Ah, okay, so like, so these are all of these. Of course, the band members right there. Okay, and yeah, so the lyrics here. If you wanna pause, here. Sorry, apologies for the lighting. I'll try to see how the lyrics. Here you go. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. I mean, aside from the CD, because this thing right over here, it's not a traditional lyric booklet. I mean, that's the only thing that you're gonna get with this CD. So yeah, yeah. So this is my first Nightwish CD. I think everybody knows about it because you've watched the Five Nights in Thailand episode 2. But here you go. Now my first Nightwish CD. So now let's move on to the next one, Sabaton. And here it is. Here you have Sabaton, The Last Stand, and of course, I've already talked about this in episode 2 alongside the Nightwish CD. So let's get right to unboxing. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. So the thing about this CD, hang on. If I can try to, I think I might need a tool for this. Hang on, I gotta be careful. This is really hard to open. I'm gonna say that this is very hard to open. Okay, I think I got it. This was really hard to open. I don't even. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. Nice. Wait. Oh, okay. There you go. I thought I needed a tool for that. That side. Come on. I said this was gonna be easy, but no. I thought that this was gonna be easy. There you go. So yeah, so let's take a look here, and nice. So of course art. You guys, you had the artwork. So you have this artwork. So these are World War II soldiers. Nice, dude. Look at this. Look at this. Do you ever has a concert album? Even a concert album. It's like you know, like what do you call this? Like, you know, like it's like one of those like a Blu-ray kind of you know. So here it is, the lyric booklet right there. Holy shit! I didn't expect that. That's a freaking backdrop. That's a really nice backdrop here. See that there's a World War II truck and a World War II tank. Dude, this still looks like a backdrop. Like, there's no way this is real. Like, this is like a backdrop or something. Wait, let me get something. This is really nice. Dude, like, there's no way. Like, I just got these G.I. Joe figures. Like, oh my god, this looks sick. This looks sick looking. I mean, just look at it. I mean, you got these soldiers. I mean, these are like my soldiers here, and like, so yeah. Dude, that backdrop, that looks nice. That backdrop, like, you could literally use this. It's like, this is like something you can you know, snag a picture. Like, yeah, you know what I mean. So let me take a picture for just a minute. So yeah, there it is. So which is really nice. So yeah, let's get back to the review. All right, so from these CDs you have this lyric booklet right there. So yeah, it's really nice. Of course, it's right here. So yeah. Of course you have oh, this is, so you got the lyrics here. Oh, so there you go. So these are the lyrics here. And you can see here. So this is, you get like a brief history here. You can pause if you want. King Leonidas and his 300 Spartans. If you already noticed, that has been adapted to a movie called 300, golden movie, Jared Butler. This is Sparta. So yeah, so on the left you basically get the lyrics, and on the right you have a brief history, so you can pause the video if you want. So yeah, so that's nice. This is wait, are these? No, these are like, oh, this is like, I thought okay, so actually no, the scratch that for the on episode 2. It's not pirate. It's actually those knights. So again, pause if you want. The Lost Battalion, Unknown Soldier, and the Lost Battalion, which is basically combined into one. Of course, another brief history here. Pause if you want. So yeah, Works Drift here. Of course, right here. Yeah, it is really nice that Sabaton has basically summed up the of course he did have the band members. The band members. That's a really nice picture. See, that's really nice. Nice, I'm gonna say. Of course, yeah. So what I'm saying is that I'm glad that that Sabaton put in like brief history, so that you know like what are these songs about. Of course, so you can see here, right there. Yeah. So if you're so if you're like not really into like history all that much, like, or if you're really into like world history, I think this is I think Sabaton is I mean it does appeal to like both history buffs and non-history buffs. So if you're not really into like history all that much, if you're not a history buff, I still think Sabaton is a nice, and even gives you like a brief history, so that once you're done listening to the song, you feel like, oh, let me see that let me see the like the let me learn more about the history. So yeah, so here we go. So yeah, so all this, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, so sorry. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, so yeah, all right, so there you go. So there you have Sabaton, The Last Stand. Of course, you have the CD right here, and you have the concert DVD, which is Live in France 2016. So yeah, it's a really nice DVD, really nice CDs and DVD combination. All I'm gonna say. So yeah, Sabaton is one of my greatest power metal bands of all time. I mean, alongside Powerwolf, obviously. So yeah, I mean, I think that's the only Sabaton DVD. The Sabaton CD actually. I mean, obviously, there's also another CD that's also on that same record store, the Careless Rex. But I decided to buy this because it has, from the hype sticker itself, it's a limited edition CD DVD digi pack with 2 bonus tracks in the live concert DVD. So yeah. The fact. So yeah, I think this has much more value than the Careless Rex one, because I think the Careless Rex one is only just the album and not much. But there you go. So yeah, that is pretty much it for these CDs, and let's move on to the toys. All right, and last but certainly not least, from Thailand, I got Amity Funko Pop from the Owl House. So yeah, I got this from the last day when I was in Thailand. So yeah, I think I've already thought about this. Let's start unboxing it. So here you go. There you go. So yeah, so now we can unbox this. really loud. So I say this packaging get kind of loud. I apologize for that. Here you go, and yeah. How do I put it? Okay, hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna this one for now because of course they're at the display base. I'm gonna. Okay. So one thing to get out of the way here is that yeah, I have a QC issue in which yeah, you can see here. I'm not sure. He's like leaning towards the front. That's something. So yeah, I don't know. Is this? I'm not sure this is a QC issue, but see that? Yeah, she's like leaning forward, and it like fall over. So and the good thing is that there's a display base right there, so you can just peg in like so, and you have much more stability with the characters. So yeah, so here we go. You have Funko Pop Amity Blight. Of course, I attached the display stand here so that it won't fall over while I display it. So yeah, let's take a look at the details here. Really nice. She's really cute right there. I know a lot of people have problems with mouse on Funko Pops, but I don't mind it. So here we go. Here's like, of course, see here the star owner. It's nice. For sure. Here you go. So it's like this. So I think it's like the Earth outfit. So yeah, which is really nice. So yeah, and articulation, of course, the head only swivels, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, just for a comparison, size comparison, here it is with the little Godzilla here. And here it is with the other Funko Pop that I got, Troy Bolton from High School Musical. So you can see here the body is obviously smaller here. I'm not sure about the head. I think, let me see here. Let me see the head size. It's a little bit smaller. I don't know. It just feels like it's a little bit smaller. But here you go. Unfortunately, this Troy Bolton doesn't come with the display base, unfortunately. So we have to like stay as is. But I think. Oh wait, no, he doesn't have the. No, he doesn't have the peg, the slot to display stand. So he doesn't come with a display stand. But yeah, I mean he can stand on his own. Stand on his own, which is nice. But yeah, they have to put the display base because the feet are yeah, they're not really big. So here we go. So yeah, that's a size comparison with the. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Funko Pop Amity. And like I said before, it's a Funko Pop. Like, what are you gonna expect? So yeah, that concludes everything that I got from Thailand, and let's get right into the ones I got from Singapore. And trust me, I think it's gonna be much more better than everything that I got here, honestly. But anyways, let's move on. Alright, so starting off with the from smallest to largest, here we have the Titanic miniature replica ship, and that is the one that I bought from the Titanic immersive exhibition. So here we go. Let's start unboxing this. Let's see how oh, it's like from these. Okay, let's start unboxing this. Here we go. Gotta be careful with this. This is styrofoam. It doesn't. Here we go. Looks up. Yeah, gotta be careful. And now the reveal itself. Nice. So here we go. Come on. All right. Here you go. There you have the Titanic replica ship, and there it is in all its glory. So yeah, Of course, it is the replica ship here. As far as I know, there are like some plain blemishes, but I don't mind it. It's not the end of the world. So here you go. Have the so here you go. There's the replica ship right over here. It's nice. Of course. Yeah, there are some paint blemishes, but it's not the end of the world. But yeah, there's some like molding here. It's nice. So yeah, and also just to point out that this is very fragile as far as I know. I don't know how resin works, but always assume that things like this is a really fragile. They're very fragile. I would if you would do a drop test on this, like this thing would just break apart. Like there's no sugarcoating this. I mean, it's gonna split in half like what the Titanic did. And also in the 1997 movie. So yeah, so you gotta be careful with handling this. I mean, it's not much apparently because it's just a replica ship, and it's really small. In fact, let me give you a size comparison here. So here it is with Godzilla. You can see here, yeah, Godzilla is very large. And I don't know if I were you, but I just feel like Godzilla here is actually to scale. I don't know. You can see that like the human scale is like very small compared to Godzilla, and the height of Godzilla is like kind of inconsistent. But I don't know about the size. I'm not sure. The size. I'm sure any Godzilla fan can tell me in the comments. I'm not sure which one's the one because in fact I might bring out another Godzilla. Here is the MonsterVerse Godzilla here. So yeah, I'm not really so sure which Godzilla scaling is correct. So it's like either the MonsterVerse one or the Hasty one that I got. So yeah, just to give us a sense of scale with the my Godzilla figures, because I think that's the only one that I think of when I want to scale with this Titanic. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing much to it. I mean, it's a replica ship, but yeah, that is pretty much it for the Titanic. And let's move on to the next one. And of course, what I call the definitive DeLorean time machine from Back to the Future. Here we have the 40th anniversary reissue of the Transformers Gigawatt from the Transformers Collaborative line. And yeah, I am really excited to open this up because all I've ever wanted is to have a DeLorean with all the functions, the hover mode, the opening doors, all the accessories, and here it is. So let's start unboxing this. So let's begin. Alright, I'm gonna need a tool for this. There you go. Nice. Here. Come on. Of course you do at the 40th anniversary. Hang on, I forgot about the box. Right, I forgot about the box. I was unboxing this and I literally forgot about the box. So here we go. Here's the box. So front of the box, you have Gigawatt. You have the artwork there. Of course, 2025. Of course, you have the conversion. So if you can already tell, this is basically the conversion of Sideswipe. The Siege Sideswipe. More Back to the Future, Transformers, Gigawatt. On the side of the box, you have product shots of Gigawatt, Transformers. On the back of the box, you have a screenshot from the Back to the Future movie, Back to the Future 40th anniversary. On the bottom, words, things, stuff. You also have product shots of Gigawatt. And on the back of the box, you have the artwork. I think this is artwork for the Back to the Future Part 2. Alright, so and of course you have a bio here. Let me read that for you. So his function is a time traveler. You're never out of time when you're a time machine. When Marty and Doc Brown need a ride through time, Gigawatt is ready to fly. So yeah, of course you have the tech specs. Of course, if you had like the red, translucent red see-through decoder, you can reveal the tech specs. Oh yeah. So there you go. Alright, so that is enough for the packaging. So now let's continue unboxing this. And of course I'm gonna keep this box because it looks retro looking. Obviously it's retro. Obviously I wanna keep that box. Let's see. There you go. Okay, there you go. Wait. Hang on. There you go. Now it's better. Okay, I thought it's like... Here you go. So it's not like the usual. Of course. Let's bring this thing out here. There you go. Yeah, so you have like the display things here. Of course, I'm gonna bring this out here. You have the instructions, obviously. Yeah, the instructions. Of course. So yeah, so I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep these this box here. So so this here. This here. Of course, you do have the accessories that you got with the same one. So of course, you do have the blaster, the Mr. Fusion one, and of course the pole here. So I'm going to do all these off camera because it's really challenging to basically like do like cut all these plastic things. So yeah, I'm gonna do this off camera and I'll catch you guys when I unbox it. Alright, so here we have Gigawatt and of course the DeLorean time machine in its alt mode. So yeah, so here we go. Of course you do have the accessories here. Of course. And yeah, so here we go. Let's take a look at the details here. So it's a really nice DeLorean. Dude. Of course. All I ever wanted is like a DeLorean here. Of course, I think the windows, so the doors. Not sure. And, there you go. The doors can open. Obviously, it reveals nothing but robot junk. Obviously, it reveals nothing but robot junk. Obviously, so yeah, that's really nice. Of course, top, bottom. Yeah, let's see if it does roll. Yes, I mean, these are pinned-on wheels. I don't think it rolls all that much because of the undercarriage. Here you have the head, obviously. So, yeah. Of course, one unique feature that I really like about this DeLorean is that you can put this into hover mode, like in Back to the Future Part 2. So, if you, like so. I don't know how, if am I doing this right? Hang on. For some reason, I couldn't even, this one, there's one problem I had in mind is that I don't think this thing goes all the way here. So yeah, so there you go. So here's the DeLorean in the hover mode, and I'm not sure there's a flight stand. Oh, there's a peg for that purpose, so I will be right back when I get the flight stand. So yeah, so there you go. So here you have the flight stand here, but I don't think this flight stand works the best because this is the one that I got with the Jin Bao one, but I don't think it works the best because it does really have a tendency to topple over. So so yeah, hang on. So if we could try this. Let me try to rotate this around. There you go. Now this is better. Now this is better. Hang on, and of course you can actually twist this thing around. I think I've managed to figure this out. There you go. This is the flight stand, dude. Yeah, I think this is really. Yeah, I think this works. I think this works as like a flight stand here, so you can use this flight stand if you want. So yeah, so if you wanna pose this DeLorean in a flight mode, you can actually do that with a flight stand. If you have a flight stand that has a 3mm peg that fits in right there, there you go. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the alt mode. And yeah, let's transform into robot mode, shall we? Let's do that. I'm just getting in the way. there you go. There you have Gigawatt in his robot mode. So yeah, so here you go. Here's Gigawatt in his robot mode, and then yeah, transformation is really nice. It's really great. I mean, if you're familiar with the side swipe transformation, you already know. But there are some bits and things that you have to know how to transform this guy. So here we go. So here we have Gigawatt in his robot mode. So now you have the details here. Yeah, I think this unboxing feels like it's gonna be a review here. So. But I just want to transform this guy because I'm really familiar with the horse. I'm not sure how you can see this, but let's see here. Of course, I'm not sure how you're gonna see it, but here you go. So yeah, here's some. You can see here all the details here, thighs. Yeah, my camera is kind of like a bit wonky because it refuses to like see the details here. So here you go. So here you have the all of these things, these window doors, these doors here. Yeah. So yeah, of course. Let's get to articulation. The head is on a ball joint. I'm not sure. On a ball joint. Yeah, it's on a ball joint. You can just up or. It doesn't have an articulation here, so it is on a ball joint. You can see here. Yeah, the head is on a ball joint, but you have like limited range of articulation here. I mean, if you want to look up, it's like this, like so. So, yeah, I think it's on a ball joint. Of course, arms through 360 here. The doors can get in the way. Arms can 60, bicep swivel. 90 degrees of bend there at the elbow. No wrist articulation. You have waist articulation. Legs can move forward that far and go back that far. So as far as the outward goes, outward movement, yes, it can do the full splits. Thigh rotation. The knees are really tight, but they can only get you this far, unfortunately, as far as I can tell. So yeah, here we go. And of course the feet can move up, not a little bit down, but you do have a really nice pivot. All right, so now as far as accessories go, you do have the gun right here. So you have this gun right here, so you can see the rifle. It feels like the Optimus Prime one. Of course, you can reconfigure this. You can reconfigure this to here. I'm not really, how much was it? So you can reconfigure this. Hang on, that's on the wrong side. You have the ability to reconfigure this to like this, like so, and then you can plug it in to Gigawatt's hands right there. Like so, and of course you do have this thing here. You can put it wherever you want. You can put this like wherever you want, like so. And yeah, and here you have Gigawatt ready for battle, right there. So there you go. You have Gigawatts finally ready for battle. And yeah, that is pretty much it for the accessories. And now for comparison, here it is with my Studio Series 86 Hot Rod. Just to give you a sense of scale here, and of course this is a side swipe so I mean I have the KO side swipe, the KO Siege side swipe, but that is an upscaled version. But eventually I might get the Mortal Meteor Collection Devastation side swipe, because obviously it's the Kingdom side swipe here. And here it is with not Studio Series, the original Dark and Moon Voyager Ironhide. You can see here. Yeah, he towers over Gigawatt here. So yeah, so that gives you a sense of scale. I mean, it's clearly a chug scale. So yeah, there you go. And yeah, that is pretty much it for here. Yeah, so that is it for Gigawatt. And yeah, I really talked a lot too much about Gigawatt because I'm really familiar with this the tooling here, because obviously it's a heavy retool of the sideswipe mold. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Let's move on to the main event itself, and the one that I have been dying to open. Well, aside from this, anyway. Yup, you hear me correctly, and that is right. Here it is, the Studio Series Leader Class Megatron, and here you go. So yeah, it is time to unbox this thing. So yeah, let's begin. Okay, so of course, really easy to do. And of course, I forgot packaging. Why do I keep on forgetting stuff? But so here we go. Here's the artwork for Megatron here. Of course, he transformed the same for obvious reasons. Megatron. Of course, on the side of the box, you have the artwork for Megatron. He's a transformed from the movie. On top, here's transformed from the movie. Megatron. Of course, have the additional artwork. Of course, Autobot City. It's a leader class. On the bottom, wars, things, and stuff. On the back of the box, here we have the Studio Series Megatron here. You got the product shots here, and of course, this is obviously, yeah, I think they obviously repainted this Megatron also. That Soundwave. This is a teaser for Studio Series 86 Soundwave, and as of the time of this recording, we've already got confirmation about Studio Series 86 Soundwave. So, and I'm sure that it will be compatible with this gun. So here we go. Here's the bio. Megatron and the Decepticons prepare to mount a surprise attack on Autobot City. So yeah, that's, you got the product shots here, and let's continue unboxing this figure. Here you go. You get instructions right there. So yeah. So I'm gonna do this off camera, and I will come back to you once I'm done. All right, and here we have Megatron in his robot mode. So yeah, I don't need to transform this guy because I think, obviously I don't know, because it's my first time handling this mode, and of course it's already in robot mode. So yeah, let's take a look here at the details here. It's really nice, of course, you can see that. You can see that here. It's really nice. Really nice detail here. And yeah, I know a lot of people has problems with the colors of the lens, but I don't mind. It's not the end of the world. Fusion Cannon is not the best looking, obviously, but I don't mind it though. So, overall, yeah, really nice detail. Of course, the red parts here. Really nice detailing on the back here. It's really nice. Clean looking backpack. Real nice. This guy doesn't have a backpack. I'm gonna say, I think this is a really nice looking Megatron figure. I mean, I think this might be better than Siege. I think this might be better than Siege in terms of the cleanliness of it, because I mean, Siege has the backpack on it, but yeah, this one is very clean. So, articulation. So, visibility, head on a ball joint, so I can, like this, blow up that far, blow down that far, and not that far. Arms can move all 360, not that far. If oh, you can actually have it has a butterfly. It has a butterfly joint. It has a forward movement there, so that's really nice here. And of course, you do have some backwards movement there. So you do have bicep rotation. You have over 90 degrees bend there at the elbow. Wrist articulation, and of course the fingers are articulated. The rest of the fingers are together in one piece. So yeah, you have waist articulation. Legs can move forward that far. You can do the high kicks here. Back that far. That's really nice. Of course, you do have this detail here. Yeah, it's really nice that this figure has a very nice attention to detail. Side skirts can move out like so. Outward, you can do the full splits. But you can move this out of the way. You can actually do the full splits. So, here you go. So, thigh rotation. slightly over 90 degrees bend there at the knee, or the toe. The feet can move up, move down a little, so they have nice full range there. And you have a beautiful pivot. Now, as far as accessories go, you do have this lightsaber here, of course, that Megatron can hold, and of course, I'm sure you have to. Hey, no, I don't think you can unpack this thing. You have to like clip it somewhere. Of course, you do have the Megatron gun. You have the Megatron gun right there. So, of course, the way to do it is that, of course, you have these hands. And these hands here. I'm not sure if I can. Okay, let me see if I can get this thing right here. Here you go. Wrap fingers around it. There you go. So here's Megatron right there. Of course, the lightsaber here. Not sure how I'm supposed to pull this off, but here we go. No, it's not my camera. Come on. Just gonna ram it to the camera, Megatron. How dare you? Yeah. But yeah, I don't know how am I gonna figure this out, but I'm gonna look up on that. There you go. So here we have Megatron here. Of course, of course, I had the Megatron gun, which is really nice. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the accessories. I don't know how to figure this out, but you can actually pay this here if you want, but that's kind of stupid. But anyway, that is pretty much it for that. And now, for comparison, here it is with Deluxe Out of the Way Hot Rod. As you can see, it gives you like a sense of scale. Right there. Here it is with the Studio Series Bumblebee movie Megatron. Just to give you a sense of scale. So he's a little bit taller than the Bumblebee movie Megatron. Here it is with the Toy World Hegemon. You can see here, if you go from the barrel, you can see that he's taller than one, but if you go for the head here, he's to go for the head here, he's a little bit taller, just a slight taller than 86 Megatron here. So, and of course, the one you've all been waiting for. Here it is with New Age Romulus. Yeah. Of course, it doesn't work. It really doesn't work. Obviously, because New Age Romulus, I think this is much more suited for Earthrise Megatron. Well, this is for your Studio Series 86 Optimus. And speaking of which, here it is with the Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Because the thing about this is that I also seen people scaling 86 Megatron with the Kingdom Galvatron, and it doesn't really work, if I'm going to be honest. But yeah. But just to give you a sense of scale, here it is with the Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. So there you go. And they are really look good together. They really look good together. But yeah. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the Studio Series 86 Megatron. So yeah, first impressions is really nice. I'm gonna say that it is actually really great to have SS86 Megatron, both SS86 and New Age Romulus. So yeah. With that being said, we've come to the end of all the unboxings that I got on my birthday, and it is time for me to get onto the outro. So there you have it. That is all of the birthday stuff I got on September, and obviously I cannot put in everything. I don't know. Yeah, so because I got a lot really. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, I guess. So really nice birthday, I'm gonna say. But if you do enjoy this video, do give it a big thumbs up, like, comment down below on yeah, everything that if you like all this stuff. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. So this has been Kevin the Lone Wolf, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. And with that being said, pun in your face.